Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are going through the book of Psalms. We're in Psalm 119. We're looking at verses 113 through 128. It starts off and says, I hate the double-minded. Well, who are the double-minded? They're the ones who are wicked and unjust. As it says in the book of James, they are unstable in all their ways. They give lip service to God, but they really try to serve God half-heartedly, but they really are still devoted to the world. They don't belong to God. And, the double-minded are evildoers who do not keep God's commands, it says. But the righteous person is a person of faith who loves the Torah, the word of God. They're single-minded in that they've committed to the Lord. They've given their allegiance to the Lord. And they're trying to keep his law and put their hope in his word. The Lord is their refuge and their shield, because the Lord helps his own so that they're not taken captive by the wickedness of this world. And the Lord holds on to them so that they can remain in his truth. Now it goes on in verse 116, it says, according to your promise. You promised to send Christ, Lord, in whom you would uphold me and sustain me. And that's in whom I will live. And that's what we're praying for. This is my help. There's only help in you, Lord. So uphold me and I'll be delivered. So he's pleading for the Lord to hold him up and to keep him in his decrees, in his ways, in the Lord's ways. Verses 118 and 119, the wicked see that their delusions, they reject God, and they have this godless fantasy world that comes to nothing, and all their pride and all their self-love comes to nothing. And they thought they could be their own gods, and they could manipulate God to serve them, and the Lord rejects those who reject him and his ways. That is the final judgment. The Lord discards or tosses away the worldly wicked, burns them off like their dross. And so in verse 120, I tremble. I tremble because I'm a frail and sinner. And the Lord could discard me too, right? But I love the Lord's testimony, his words. And so I'm in awe of his law and gospel. I'm in awe of his ways. And I have sought to walk in the ways of righteousness, and to walk justly by your law. And yet still, even though I'm trying to be faithful to you, arrogant oppressors afflict me. They don't leave me alone. So Lord, you need to ensure my well-being. I'm struggling. My eyes are failing as I'm looking for your salvation, your righteous promise in the midst of this affliction and this malicious attack. And so deal with me, Lord, your servant. I am your servant, and I don't deserve for you to deal with me according to my own merit, but according to your love, your mercy, your promise, according to your word. Teach me your decrees, your ways of living, and give me that spiritual understanding to see this world through your eyes, right? Through the biblical world vision, and deepen my understanding of your statutes. Again, the word there really means testimonies. Deepen me in holding on to who you are and what you do, Lord. And now, he says, now it's the time for you to act, Lord. Do what you said. Get up and do something, Lord, because you are being mocked and your law is being broken and mocked. And so I'm directed by your commands, which are greater than any human wealth or treasure. It's greater than human greed. And so, Lord, direct and guide me. Direct me by your Spirit so that we don't go down the path of falsehood. Thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.